What's up, everybody? Week 8 in the books. And man, this has been probably one of the most exciting weeks in this league's history. And it had nothing to do with what went down on Sunday. The trades this week, let me just tell you, man, it has been incredible. I don't think I've ever been involved in a week like this. But before we get into the trades, let's jump into last week's results. Eli, two-time Super Bowl MVP, going against Team Deal. And like I said, man, I needed this win because there's going to be teams tied, and I needed to have these tiebreakers. And I came through 176 to 127. My wide receiver trio of Waddle, Kupp, and Moore combined for 83 points. Danny, the Russell Wilson struggles continues. Couldn't crack 20 points this week. And man, talk about, I know you kept him in the third round, man. He has just not produced for you this year. The loss of Hall, man, I know it's tough, man. Team Deal goes down to 4-4. I go up to 4-4. Next matchup, Flying Buffalo Wings. Colin Kaepernick. Jordan trying to make it 2 in a row, but unfortunately hits the juggernaut of the Allen Hurts duo. Alex gets the 143-110 win. 61 points between his two QBs. Jordan got a total of 19 points from Erlinger and Mills. Flying Buffalo Wings, atop the leaderboard at 6-2. Jordan drops down to 2-6. Legendary Giant, Team 8000, and Juan with the 150-131 win. Hottest team in the league right now. He won his third in a row. And man, talk about making moves. Juan goes up to 4-4. The combination of Derrick Henry, Freiermuth, London, Hunt, and Lawrence combined for 73 points. Why did I mention those guys? Because, man, they're no longer on his team. Insane. Team 8000, Marco. Listen, Murray, McCaffrey, Cooper combined for 97 points. Monster between those three. Everyone else combined for just 34 points. The rest of your team did not show up. Juan goes up to 4-4. Marco drops down to 5-3. The defending champs, Ridley's, believe it or not, going up against Gotham Knights, and Marty with the 201-139 smackdown. Insanity. What's even crazier, that Marty only started one quarterback and still dropped 200 points. Terry, you started two quarterbacks, and they combined for a measly 32. Marty up to 3-5. Terry, Gotham Knights drops down to 2-6. Steel Curtain 13 going up against Brooklyn Giants. And Ariel with the 180-142 win. Gibson and Hill combining for 57 points. Another team that just had one quarterback starting. Brooklyn Giants. Man, Travis Homer, Devontae Smith combined for 11 points. Didn't do any justice. 180-142. Ariel goes up to 5-3. Will drops down to 5-3. Next matchup, we had the highest scoring game of the week. Bushwick Hitmen beating Bad Boys 209-162. Eddie, I feel for you, man, because listen, when you score 162 points, you're expecting the W. And that happened to me earlier this year, and unfortunately, I was going against Flying Buffalo Wings, and he just killed me. Bubba, you got that much-needed win, and I tell you, even at the basement where you were last week, you have a team that can easily get on a run, and you can sneak into playoffs and do some damage. So I think you still have a dangerous team. Kamara, Hopkins, and Pitts finally coming through, 95 combined points, and Bad Boys, man, like I said, 162 points against the L. It's just a tough loss. Bush Equipment goes up to 2-6. Bad Boys drops down to 4-4. And then the final matchup of the week, Frank's Jets against Ojo Meister, and Frank Jets pulling up the 130-99 win. Justin Fields, all of a sudden, last few weeks has been tearing it up. The combination of Fields and Smith got my brother-in-law 56 points. Ojo Meister, man, your combination of running backs of Taylor, Benjamin, and Harris combined for just 20. Not doing it for you. Frank Jess goes up to 5-3. Ojo Meister drops down to 5-3. So let's look at the standings. Alex, Flying Buffalo Wings, staying by themselves in first place at 6-2. Then we have 5 teams that are 5-3. Marco, with the loss, moves up 2 spots at 5-3. Steel Curtain goes up 5 spots in the number 3 spot, followed by Frank Jeff, who goes up 1 spot. Ojo Meister, who drops down 3 spots into the 5th spot. Brooklyn Giants drops down to the 6th spot, dropping down 3 spots. Then in 7th place, I move up 2 spots. I'm in 7th, followed by Bad Boys, who rounds out the top 8. And on the outside looking in, you got Team Deal in 9th place with a 4-4 record. Legendary Giant right behind them at 4-4. After that, we got Ridley's, believe it or not, in 11th place at 3-5. And then we got the 12th, 13th, and 14th, all tied at 2-6. Gotham Knights, Colin Kaepernick, and Bushwick Hitmen. So, we're going to jump right into it. 4 days ago, we had a trade. And it was an interesting trade. It was between Colin Kaepernick and Ojo Meister. Jordan gave up Davis Mills, and in return got Claypool and Kyren Williams, running back from the Chargers. Interesting trade, but I think Jordan may have gone the better of that trade. I mean, let's see. Mills may turn it around in the second half, but so far hasn't looked great. See how that plays out. Then we had the mother of all trades, probably the biggest trade in this league's history, between Frank's Jets and Legendary Giant. Legendary Giant trades Derrick Henry, Dawson Knox, Trevor Lawrence, and Drake London to Frank's Jets. And in return, he gets Patrick Mahomes, A.J. Dillon, T.J. Hawkinson. So I'll tell you right now, I think for both teams, this trade works out. Frank's Jets, yes, you have Mahomes, top 5 QB, but you needed other positions to get filled. And with this trade, I mean, you get a number 1 running back. You've got a tight end who can score, and he's starting to be on the uptick of late. You get a rookie wide receiver who, with the right quarterback, could put up numbers, but because he was drafted last year in the lower round, you can keep him as a keeper. So long-term, he helps you to next year. And then Trevor Lawrence, who, you know, I mean, the expectation is he's supposed to be great. And let's see as he further along the Peterson's system towards the second half of the season if his numbers go up. And on one side, I mean, T.J. Hawkinson, you get him, and then he gets traded to Minnesota. So while it may not be great because you got Justin Jefferson, you got Adam Thielen, you got Cook. On the flip side, having a catching tight end, I think he may put up some numbers in Minnesota. A.J. Dillon, he's been a disappointment this season, but that's been Green Bay as a whole. But, I mean, let's see. I mean, the star of this trade is Patrick Mahomes. This now puts Legendary Giant, along with Flying Buffalo Wings, and having 2 top 5 quarterbacks in the lead with Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes. So it makes it very deadly. He's already been on a hot streak of 3 wins in a row, and he's a team to watch out for in the playoffs. But Legendary Giant wasn't done yet. He then pulls a trade where he trades Kareem Hunt and Pat Freiermuth to get Antonio Gibson. So while losing an RB1 running back to Frank's Jets in the trade, he comes back, and so far this year for the Commanders gets an RB1 quarterback in Antonio Gibson. Steel Curtain gets a tight end position filled. Kareem Hunt gets it back. She had Kareem Hunt at the beginning of the season, which got traded to me, which then got traded to Juan, who's now got traded back to Ariel. So we'll see how that goes. But Legendary Giant was not playing. So much so that when I was looking, I was like, you know what, man? I'm looking at my team. I was like, you know, I like my team, but I kept saying, man, I need another running back. I need to either upgrade my quarterback or I need another running back. And once I saw Mahomes went, I was like, there's not really any other quarterbacks I could upgrade. I need myself a running back. So what? The final trade of the week? Eli 2-time Super Bowl MVP and Team 8000 pull off a blockbuster trade. I trade Cooper Kupp to Marco And in return, I get Christian McCaffrey, running back with the San Francisco 49ers. And let me tell you, the trade's going to work for both. I know how much Marco loved Cooper Kupp. He had him last year. I know he was kind of pissed that he should have just kept him this year. I get McCaffrey, who I understand the potential injury, but on the flip side, like what you saw last week, the guy does it all. And in that San Francisco offense, it's perfect for him. So I think it's going to work out for both of us. And I look at my team now, man, and I'm going to make a run now. So watch out. I'll put the league on notice. I'm going for number 3. So let's go to this week's matchups. We have Eli, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, going against Steel Curtain 13, Ariel. You're going down this week because I need this one. Because it's like with Team Deal last week, I need that tiebreaker advantage. And I think beating you, I know beating you will give me that. And with our records very similar, I need to get the win this week. So you're going down. I'm sorry, but you're going down this week. Team Deal going up against Colin Kaepernick. Right now, they both had one person has played. Score is 15-14 in Team Deal's favor, so this game is still very early. Next matchup, we have Frank's Jets going up against Flying Buffalo Wings. And so far, Alex has a 25-0 lead after using a guy and kind of kicking himself. And we spoke about this because he left Goddard on the bench, who had a monster game also. Next matchup, we have Ojo Meister and Team 8000. Two teams at 5-3. And Ojo Meister has an early 15-0 lead. Then we have Ridley, believe it or not, the defending champs going up against Bushwick Hitman. Ridley has a 15-0 lead with one person gone already. Next matchup, we have Bad Boys versus Brooklyn Giants, 4-4 against 5-3. And right now, Brooklyn Giants has an early 4-0 lead with one person used. And finally, we have Legendary Giant against Gotham Knights. Legendary Giants 4-4, Gotham Knights at 2-6. Juan has an early 10-0 lead. So like I said, man, Juan's birthday was yesterday. And man, talk about a birthday. He ends up getting Patrick Mahomes, TJ Hawkinson, Antonio Gibson. Man, he had a monster week. Good luck to everyone this week. The Phillies are going to go down today. It's going to be a sad day in Philly. Their soccer team just lost the championship in shootouts. Now their baseball team is going to lose the World Series. And then we could just focus on free agency. I'll tell you right now, Diaz better be coming back. I think DeGrom's actually going to come back. I think they are going to offer him the contract. And we need a big bat. So it's going to be interesting to see free agency this year. You guys have a good week. Got the bye week this week, so I get to just relax and just watch my team beat Ariel this week. You guys have a good week. Talk to you soon.